Hello everyone, welcome to this lab. This is a quick one. This will be a quick one. This is going to be this was supposed to be part of our um lab 8, day 8, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I got disconnected. I'm just making this quick, this quick video, so you get to watch it and then add it to your wealth and to your well of knowledge you've already gained. Please, this is going to be quick. This is going to be but very informative. If you've not checked out our previous videos, you should check them out. This is going to be SSL. We're going to be hashing things out. We're going to be seeing the need for hashing stuff. Okay. We're also going to be learning what a hash is. All right, and the need for it. And I think it was labs 5 or thereabout. I discussed OpenSSL in detail, where I actually used it to encrypt a file and also decrypt it. So if you encrypt, you're going to provide a password so that any other person will be able to, so no other person will be able to decrypt it. Okay. I already discussed OpenSSL in detail, but this is just a quick one to show you more ways to use this amazing tool. Okay. As usual, this document, you already have it and it's detailed. You can read it up and try to play around with it also. So a hash functions mathematical algorithm designed to take data as input and generate a fixed size. Okay. So one thing about hash is if, for example, if you get a hash from a file. Okay, if you get a hash from a file and then you make changes to that file, even if it's a single character that you change to the file, and then you try to generate the hash for that file again, you see that it's going to be different. The hash would be the same. Okay. So this is where they tell you another important property of hash function is that even the smallest change done to the input data yields a completely different hash. I think this is a very self-explanatory. Okay, but you will see that now in practice. You're going to see it in the hands-on lab. So as usual, let's start up our virtual machine and then open our CyberOps lab. So this is our CyberOps virtual machine, and then if I do pwd to see my present working directory, you see that we are in this directory, we're in this location now. If I do ls now, there is a particular file of interest to me. First of all, if you not check out this letter to grammar, I showed you how to encrypt your text. Let me cut it for you so you see. Cut letter to grammar. So this is it. I showed you how to encrypt it, the need for encryption, because if you don't encrypt, anybody can just open it and then see it in plain text. But once you encrypt it, like this one that I see here now, message.enc, you see that it's gibberish. Okay, this has also been base64 encoded. So I explained this in detail. Check out our previous lab to understand it better. So now let's get to the other video, which is a hash. Let me try to generate a hash and then you'll see what this is. So if I do using OpenSSL again, as usual, you can always ask for the help option to see this. So you can use different give me a second. You can use different hash. You can use different algorithm. Okay, different hashing algorithm or different algorithm to kind of perform a task. Let's say I want to use a 64. Let me say a SHA-256 bit length. This is it. Here's my SHA-256. Give me a second. So I want to use SHA-256. If I can find this bit length, okay, I can apply it using OpenSSL. So if I say OpenSSL SHA-256, okay, and then OpenSSL, if I can type SHA-256 bit length, and then if I try to focus it on what's it called, message to grammar or letter to grammar, and if I press enter, you see that you get this you get the hash for this text file, letter to grandma. Okay, so this is the hash, and then this is letter to grandma. But let me do ls. I want to show you something real quick. Okay, so now this is the hash of a letter to grandma, but let me try to change a character in this letter to grandma and just show you something. So I'm going to use a text editor, a command line text editor, to change this file. So now no letter to grandma, but this time around, instead of grandma, I'm going to change it to grandpa. So this is just a single character I'm changing, and if I try to write it out using the Ctrl O and I press enter, okay, and it says I've written 7 lines. So if I close it, let me cut it first of all, so we make sure it's still there. So we see that okay, now it's now grandpa. And now if I try to run OpenSSL on this file again, cat letter to this, I'm sorry, I said let me run OpenSSL on it. So OpenSSL SHA-256 letter to so if I do this, you see that the entire hash is different. The entire hash is very, very different now, from this. Even though what I changed is just a single character, we get a completely different result. Okay, so this is what now comes to mind is integrity. Once you start seeing changes in files like this, you know that it has been tampered with. Okay, you can deduce that the file is no longer safe. That's if it's an application. You can start thinking about maybe malware has been embedded in the file or stuff like that. Okay, sure. So the reason why you should also check the reason why you should always check for integrity of any files you download is because let me say you go to Mozilla Fire, you get a message in your email, for example, saying, hey, this is the latest update from Mozilla Firefox. Okay, and then if you go to Mozilla Firefox, there will be a section where they provide you their official hash for that particular file. So you can run this this OpenSSL on the file you got in your email and compare it to the hash on the official website. So if it is not the same, then you know that there's definitely something wrong with the file you got, and then you can start if you are a malware analyst or something like that, or a pen tester, you can now start doing more investigation to figure out what is wrong with the file. Okay, so this is a good let me say a good reason to always check out files, check out the the hash of files, so that you make sure that it has not been tampered with. Okay, so you make sure that the content is is what it's meant to be, right? So let's do another example. Now if you look at this message sample.img, okay, let me do cat sample img underscore SHA-256. okay, this is an hash. Okay, this is an hash, and then this sample.img, okay, this is a file. If I run file on sample.img, you see it's just ordinary text, but they are trying to depict maybe an image file or something, but this is still ASCII text. Okay, so now what I want to try to do now is to compare the hash. I'm going to run it now. Let's say this is the file you download online from an unofficial source, and then this is their official hash. Okay, as we've seen here, let me say this is the official hash from the download page, and then you now want to compare the hash value of this file you downloaded with the official one. So if you run something like this, you can use OpenSSL, if I can type, sorry, OpenSSL SHA-256, and then against sample.img. Okay, if it is not the same, then you know it is it has been tampered with. But as you can see here, this is pretty much the same with what we have here. So now you can now say, oh, okay, this file is legit, and then this is the integrity is still in check, right? So this is the reason why you should always be careful of things you download. You should always check for integrity of a file. Okay, I showed you more useful ways, more useful commands you can run with OpenSSL, like when encrypting a file and decrypting it, please check out the previous video. Okay, I explained it in depth. Okay, so you should check it out, and then drop your feedback. Okay, so we know if you are learning, right? Okay, now quickly let me show you another tool you can use if you don't want to use OpenSSL, to check for hash functions. So let me show you this tool. It's called SHA-256 sum. That is if you want to use this 256-bit length. Okay, if I use SHA-256 sum against sample.img, I'm still going to get the hash. So look at it here, very easy. If you want to use a longer bit length, so that, let me say you want to use SHA-512, for example, SHA-512 sum, and then you see this is another longer length. Okay, the fact that it is not the same does not mean it is not, if you see, the real reason why it is different from this is because I'm using a longer bit length of 512. Okay, I can also use it with SSL. Let me show you. So if I run OpenSSL 512, that is SHA-512, sorry, and then I run it with let me say sample.img, you see we still get the same data. So this is something you really want to play with, get your hands dirty and try to figure out how to manipulate it, how to get different results. You can run it with real executable, okay, real files, real executable files, and try to see if what the hash you get will be compared to the official hash for that downloaded file. So you can do that. Take that as a mini challenge or something, to get you started. So this is it for this lab. Thank you for sticking with us so far, and then continue to support us, like and subscribe if you enjoy what we do. Thank you.